re-education camps. Australia is 2 years ahead of us.
Alex, you're breaking up there. If I may interject, and we could throw that Kissinger video on again. You guys are literally at the scene of a crime. There is a murder being plotted in that building back there, and it's the murder of America. And there is one of the key instigators of that murder. You folks are standing at the largest murder plot site that the American history has ever known. And people need to get that through their thick skulls.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, one of our
you're back.
Just cutting out. We're about to finish here. Thank you. We're about very well said. The murder of our republic is being planned at this event. And you're right that we should be very, very angry about what they're doing. What about the Logan Act? Because I've looked it up, and they've enforced it just in the last decade. How can they be violating law out there? But then the police, I called the local bus company. I talked to a local bus company owner. I talked to the fellow that drives the hotel shuttle that drives us over there. He said, no, those are bus stops. Cars, buses, cabs stopped there. But the police came in here and said, don't give Alex Jones rides in front of us on tape. They didn't even care. It happened to be right when I was downstairs. The woman pulls up this morning and says, I can't give you a ride, crying on tape. She says they threatened to ticket me or arrest me if I give people rides. And the cops all smiling, going, I'm your friend. It's all that fake community policing, like where they're friendly. They've learned to act friendly, not act mean when they're doing stuff to you. It's very sophisticated. And they're out there. And now we have learned that they've given hundreds of tickets out. And I saw families where the dad's dropping the mom and like the 3-year-old over, and the cops are searching the car, and the little kids standing there on the street looking at the police officer. I mean, these lessons are being taught here. These kids are really, this is horrible what's happening. And I talk to the cops and they just laugh. It's like funny. I'm like, they're felons. There's nobody here. And now I learned if it's not a yellow mark you can pull over there, they are literally not just throwing the book at good Americans. They're rolling the red carpet out for tyranny. They're throwing a fake book at people. They're counting that the out-of-towners aren't going to know the law. And they're going to get them for parking on a highway. I mean, man, I told the cops, and they seem to get it, because I said, you're going to get bad luck out of this. And I'm not like into some, hoodoo or, mojo thing. But I mean, you reap what you sow. In my own life, and I'm not a bad person, but when I do things even accidentally, God-fearing means I go, oh, I'm going to get that back. It's like you could feel the universe going, you're going to get it for that. And I just can't imagine pulling families over and going, oh, you dropped your family off for 10 seconds. We're going to give you a ticket. And then it's not even the law they're breaking. What do you say to that?
Well, I have to draw a parallel once again to the income tax. When you think about it, I mean, how they hammer on the little guy. There's been Treasury studies and Office of Management and Budget, congressional studies where the IRS loves to target people that can't fight back. And there's all kinds of selective enforcement that goes on with the income tax. Timothy Geithner and Gephardt and all these senators and congressmen who, they don't have to worry about the IRS, and they seem to flout the income tax laws with impunity because they apparently know that there's this selective enforcement that goes on. They're not concerned.
They're the bosses, yeah.
Yeah, so I see this same thing. I mean, as you may know, I have a family, lots of extended family that's in law enforcement, and I'm thankful that they don't do that kind of thing to the citizens. I mean, they recognize the old-fashioned style of being, in the community and actually going after criminals, because there's plenty of criminals out there to go after, not families and children. And I think overall, it seems like the Fairfax County Police have been, in my estimation, I mean, they could be a lot worse.
No, they were really good a few days ago, but I mean, I've seen them now.
But certainly the incidences you talk about, like you said, there's no reason. I mean, even if they just give people a warning, say, look, this is a highway. There's curves here. You could get you can get in an accident. You could cause an accident. We'd like you to just move on. You can't park here. You can't even stop here. Just move on. I mean, that would be just as easy.
And then the second time, give them a ticket for reckless whatever.
Right. I mean, and I think that would work fine. But apparently, as you said, the white gloving that's going on. they have plenty of tactics, and it's another good thing you do is let people know.
In the hotel and said, "Don't give us a ride." And the guy said, "I drop off there all the time. That's a bus drop off." They were here. We caught them on tape today. It's archived at use. I mean, that's definitely orders coming down. They don't want a big protest here.
Well, it'd be interesting if you do like a open records type act. I know what Virginia has, to find out what all went into that ordering process for that to happen, because that seems way outside of their authority and purview to be deciding how you will or will not get.
Well, we're breaking up a little bit. We're breaking up a little bit here, folks. Hey, Bilderberg is literally our Super Bowl here at InfoWars, and I just want to let everyone know the number to call is 703-818-0300. Get down there on the field and get in on the action. Ask for David Rockefeller. Ask for Mitch Daniels, although he may be gone by now. Ask for John Kerry. But definitely get that phone call made, or at least tell somebody about what's going on, educate somebody about what the Bilderberg Group is, because, folks, there's nothing more important that's ever going to happen in your life than what's happening right now. And let's go back to Alex Jones, if he could hear me. Alex?
Yes, I can hear you. Great job, John. John Bound there in Austin, Texas. All right, we're going to go down there right now. We'll be doing live stream later. Great job with the nightly news. Until Sunday with the next live radio show, 4 to 6 p.m. Bon voyage for the weekend. Be safe, folks. We'll be doing live feeds later tonight, tomorrow, right through Sunday. Please, if you're out there, they do not want you here. They do not want media attention. We've had unprecedented victories. They did not want this in the news. Please get here to Virginia and thank all those that have come. I want to thank all those that have come. It is so humbling when men, women, and children of every race, color, and creed are admiring you and looking at you as some type of savior. And people say, well, why do you talk about the fact that you're a piece of garbage? I'm not a piece of garbage in my heart, but I am just a soft, weak, worldly person. And that's what freaks me out, is to have all these good people who have this light of love and liberty in their eyes looking to me like I'm going to be able to fix things. Look, you're the ones that are the heroes. Don't tell me that I'm your hero. You're my hero. All we've got to do is stand against this evil, and it won't flourish. Like the founder said, all that evil men and tyrants need to flourish is that good men and women do nothing. But this is a real fight. We are fighting the blackest pit of hell evil you can imagine. The globalist own admissions are so insane. When I look at my children and innocent people and I think, how could you be like this? They see their cold-bloodedness as a strength. And so, again, it is dangerous to think of all the patriot leaders out there as we're out there fighting. We're simply here raising the alarm like Paul Revere. It is up to you. And Hollywood gives you this lie, this image that you've got to beat everything yourself. The truth is there is a God in this universe, and there is a devil. And God wants you to just simply take the walk against evil, step into the arena, do the right thing, and you even may be destroyed, but your example will wake others up, or you may be delivered like Joe has been. But it doesn't matter. There is no future. It's not heroic to fight these people. Once you know the truth, there is no choice. Do you understand that? There is no choice. You cannot join with total death. There is no making deals with these people. That's the thing. There is no playing games with this. That's what I want to impart to you. It's either us or them. It's very, very simple. Joe, closing comments here in the last few minutes of this 1st of June 2012 edition of InfoWars Nightly News.
Oh, I just want to thank you for the opportunity, Alex, and I want people to keep up hope. And I like that you retain your humility, because the more humble that we all are, the less that pride can sink in, and pride goeth before the fall. So everyone needs to stay humble, keep hopeful, and also, as I try to remind people, put a good face on this movement, show class, be kind, be polite.
Show class, unlike me.
you know, really do everything you can, because when we're demonized for maybe when we get out of line, you know, and don't ever try to avoid having that be put out there as much as you can. You know, we're all gonna slip up now and then. But it's just so important to be a good example for our fellow Americans and see that we're the ones on the side of truth. And the people that are on the side of the truth are hopeful, they're humble, but they're ready to fight. And we're all ready to fight here, and we'd like you to come and join us.
Well said, Joe. Give folks your website.
It's agentfortruth.com.
Agentfortruth.com. Get the word about what he's doing. We're INFOWARS.com, PRISONPLANET.tv, Twitter.com/Real Alex Jones. Can't say enough about Richard Reeves, Aaron Dykes, Rob Jacobson, John Bound, Rob Dew, Marcos Morales, Mr. Perky, everybody there at the office, the entire crew, all of you, the listeners, everybody. John Bound, you have some closing comments, man, and then later go to rebroadcast, but we're going to be down there restreaming. Feeds are at InfoWars.com. We're going to be live down there right now. I'm going to go burn them at night. That's when it really has an effect on them.
Yeah, I just want to say, folks, that you can continue to watch at home. I'm sure you're glued to this at Ustream. And also, if you want to educate yourself or educate people in your family, if we can get a document shot on the Bilderberg Group by Daniel Estulin, who was actually a guest on Thursday. If you want to go back and check out that show, he pretty much wrote the book on the Bilderberg Group. So if you have any questions, please check out that book. It's available. Is that available at Infowars.com? Yes. Okay, I want to thank Darren McBreen for doing the news tonight. Rob Dew, of course, Alex Jones and Joe Bannister, a great patriot in his own right. And I want to impress upon you folks out there to stay vigilant and bring the providence. Have a good night.
Police, I called the local bus company. I talked to a local bus company owner. I talked to the fellow that drives the hotel shuttle that drives us over there. He said, no, those are bus stops. Cars, buses, cab stop there, but the police came in here.
Murder of America, and there is one of the key instigators of that murder. You folks are standing at the largest murder plot site that the American history has ever known. And people need to get that through their thick skulls.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, one of our
you're back.
Just cutting out re-education camps. Australia is 2 years ahead of us.
Alex, you're breaking up there. If I may interject, and we could throw that Kissinger video on again. You guys are literally at the scene of a crime. There is a murder being plotted in that building back there, and it's the...
And said, don't give Alex Jones rides in front of us on tape. They didn't even care. It happened to be right when I was downstairs. The woman pulls up this morning and says, I can't give you a ride, crying on tape. She says they threatened to ticket me or arrest me if I give people rides. And the cops all smiling, going, I'm your friend. It's all that fake. We're about to finish here. Thank you. We're about to, very well said. The murder of our republic is being planned at this event. And you're right that we should be very, very angry about what they're doing. What about the Logan Act? Because I've looked it up, and they've enforced it just in the last decade. How can they be violating law out there, but then the